Why do we need to focus on this problem? Everybody knows the feeling when they are on a website and they just don't find what they are looking for. Or they get a newsletter and the content feels like spam and we delete it right away. We need to address this. There is two sides of every story. Here, one is the brand and the other the customer. What is the problem for the brand? Even though there are more than 1.3 billion users on Facebook, it's really hard to reach them. Let's say we have hundreds of thousands of fans, but the organic reach of the fan page is less than 1%. It results in low ROI and the audience will be unreachable. On the other hand, we don't even know who they are, what their interest is. It's like we worked really hard to get all the information, but we don't own the data. It's inaccessible for us. And we cannot figure out what's the best way to serve customers. What's the problem for the customer? I like to use a quote here. If you talk to people the way advertising talks to people, they punch you in the face. Why is that? There are just too much information and irrelevant content, and we waste time by filling out forms, doing mandatory tasks like typing our email addresses and all the information that they are asking for. But it could be easier just using a single sign-on like Facebook Connect or Google Connect. And if a brand could use the information that is already available about the users, they could create a personalized experience. And this is what we should go for. The solution is, it's a digital tool for auto-personalized content publishing that uses social data to create this experience. We need to focus on 3 service feature groups. Let's start from the middle. We need to mine the data. Finally, a brand should own the data that they worked for. They spent enormous resources in time, money, and HR to create a good online presence. Once we could access this data from Facebook, the web, our websites, and identify who the user is, we should analyze it, do a research, and we could find out all the demographics and psychographic data, like what people like, what are their favorite artists, musicians, what restaurants they go to. We could get to know them on a personal level. And once we know that and we could identify clusters, we can create sub-target groups and manage it. It works the same way as Facebook ads targeting, but it's for our own content. Once we have that, we should just personalize our promotions that we run as a brand and the content that we publish. It's really easy to do, and we need to focus on these 3 pillars all together. And this is what SpringTab does. Let's check an example. This is Red Bull's Facebook page. It's really cool that they integrated their microsite, which is all about extreme sports. As you can see, there is go-kart, Formula 1, and football. But if we knew the user and knew what they like, what they are interested in, with a really simple twist, we could change the order and provide the better click-through rate and experience for the user. So if someone likes anything about Formula 1, like a racetrack, a driver, anything, we change the go-kart for Formula 1. As we said, we are B2B2C. We help brands who already have an established digital strategy and spent enormous resources on digital marketing, and their goal is to maximize their business strategy. On the other hand, the customer, they are the ones who are not behind proxies, they are not disabling ads, they leave their digital footprint and have daily activity with their smart devices, and they only want to get the best experience. The mutual ground between them is that none of them should put a big effort in it. With a minimal fine-tuning, we can get a high return and create a tailored experience. This is what SpringTab does. Do more with less. We validated the market and we know where we want to go. Our test market is Fortune 500 companies and their subcontractors with active social media and European presence that uses any software as a service under the category of personalization and automation tools, and they should be really easy to reach throughout the network. So we need to find a network. We identified that only in Europe there are 30 million active Facebook users out of the 1.3 billion users globally. And the Fortune 500 companies spend more than $3 billion on social media. There is a gap where we need to go. And also for these kind of companies, the exit points are pretty tempting. So what's the industry? With the three pillars that we have, we focus on promotion, data mining, and personalized content publishing. And there are so many great players out there, and it's not about how they compete against each other, but rather how they could cooperate. This is why they have those ROIs. And SpringTab could be in the middle in this Venn diagram and collaborate with all these players. For example, we work with Gravity. We always recommend our customers to use Facebook advertising or Salesforce. So if you look at it, it's all about collaboration, and SpringTab can put this collaboration to the next level. Our business model starts with the deal flow. We do networking, we ask for referrals, and we do direct selling. This is where we focus at. If someone is interested, they get into a typical subscription model as someone subscribes for TV, internet, or anything like that. And it could be a free model. It's mainly for bloggers or really small companies, but it has limited targeting. Imagine as Facebook ads had limited targeting options, and this way it would be free or much more cheaper. And there is the premium when we work with enterprises as they are in our test market. It goes from a few $100s to a few $1,000 per month. And in addition to this subscription, there is a unit payment where we can help in development, which could be also product or promotion development, but also business development, since this is our background, digital business development consulting. The other interesting part is data export. Imagine if Google AdWords had a premium feature that said, hey, if someone clicks on your banner, we give you their email address and all the information, but only if the user lets it, but it comes in a price, like 10 times more as a click case. This is what we can help the brands, and this way they can finally have their own database. And the third service that we have with big data analysts in our team is market research, that when we have the data, we analyze it and help the brand create a more meaningful relationship. So if you see, the subscription helps you to use our service, access our admin panel, and the targeting, and the unit payment is an extra. If you want to create the best, you also will use some of those services that we offer. Thank you.